So if you would like to introduce yourself and what we're doing, the modalities, any, I guess, like what are the benefits and then also contraindications?
Okay, well, my name is Patricia, and I am the director of sales and training of NeurotriS. I've been there for about 13 years. My background, a little bit about me, I'm a cosmetologist and a registered nurse. And today we're going to demonstrate the PicoWave, the SX-2500, another name for it. It's a great little powerhouse device, small, but very effective. So what this little machine here does, it's your, our technology is nano pico technology. So what that means to everyone out there is that it's going to deliver the current into each layer of the skin. We have pre-programmed programs to do that. So this is going to target the deeper lines and wrinkles. It's going to target the superficial lines. It's going to tighten, tone the skin. And it's also going to do the facelift, do the lifting, lift those muscles. So we have manual modes, and then we have 2 auto modes. And the auto modes are timed for 9 minutes, and every minute and 30 seconds, it changes to a new program and then repeats that sequence. So it's a really cool machine. The beauty about these machines that we have, you can always upgrade. I like this one, someone's starting out, or maybe just starting out on their own, or whatever the situation will be, but you can always upgrade later if you'd like. So the contraindications for this is seizures, pacemakers, defibrillators, any implanted device, and of course, pregnancy. There's other things that aren't really, some people always question about cancer. There's no studies out there saying that microcurrent makes cancer worse or actually makes it better. So the 3 that I mentioned are the top 3. Now, if you're doing Botox, you're going to wait 2 weeks after. If you're doing fillers, you're going to wait 3 weeks after. So if you're signing up someone for a series, make sure they're not going to do that in between the series. I recommend a series of 10 to 12 for someone 40 and up. And in your 30s, you can do about a series of 5 or maybe 3. And in your 20s, you're just going to add on a series. I believe everyone should do microcurrent 20 years and up. And that's what I do with my clients. It's preventative as long as helping to maintain, to get away from our aging that we try to stop, but this is a good way to help control that.
How much do you charge per treatment? And then how much do you charge for packages?
Okay, well, you know, geographically out there, everyone's located differently. Everyone has different clientele. I always tell everyone with the NeurotriS machine, they should never go lower than 180 a treatment. And we have people who will sell them for $350. Now you got your higher end places like Beverly Hills and all that, they do charge more. And you can also add other modalities with your treatments because microcurrent is just a non-invasive treatment that you can add a lot of things to it and just enhance the results.
And then so packages, pricing, and then how long is normally a treatment?
I always say 20 minutes to an hour. You have your younger group, you can get away with 20 minutes. That would be like your, you know, I always say your 20-year-olds, you would probably add on microcurrent for about 10 minutes just to get them current because it is preventative, like I said. And then you can do, I think, 30 minutes for your 30-year-olds and all the way up to, could be 45 minutes to an hour on your aging clients because everyone is going to have different things going on. We got to look at that. We got to take that in consideration. People might not age as good as the other. Even 30-year-olds may not age as good. But the thing is, we want to treat those lines and they could have sun-damaged skin, rosacea. There's a lot of issues that can go on with people's skin that we have to take consideration when we sign them up for packages. That's why it's great to get a consult with them before we sign them up.
Very cool.
So yeah, so we could show you how these work. Now there's different accessories with the PicoWave. The main difference with the PicoWave and our other machines is that it's a single channel system. So it uses the single probes, a negative and positive, which is necessary for current to be actually work. And then we have other cool accessories as well that go with the machine. And everyone always goes, which one's better? Well, you know, it really isn't which one is better because they all are really cool things. And like changing up your treatments in the treatment room, everyone loves that. My clients always love that because we get bored, they get bored, right? So it's effective to do a lot of different things. And that's why it's so cool about this machine, that it offers many different things, accessory-wise. So we could get started to show you. Do you have any more questions for me, Maria, right now?
No, I would also like to invite anybody who is on live. When you would like to, you could turn on your mics or put it in the chat and ask questions as we're going along.
Okay, I got Deborah here who is willing to be my model. So that's awesome. I usually don't have too hard of a time getting someone to be the model. People are pretty happy about it. Okay, so first when we get started, I already cleansed Deborah's face. And if you want, you can always add an enzyme mask with some steam to open everything up before the facial, the microcurrent treatment. Whatever you do, you're just not going to use anything aggressive before the microcurrent. You can use a little light pill too. It's not going to hurt nothing. We're just not going to do anything aggressive, like an aggressive pill before. So you can even dermaplane. If you do dermaplaning, you can actually dermaplane as well before the current. What happens is they just feel the current more, and you can adjust accordingly to your client.
So Sandra asked, what is the biological effect of microcurrent?
So what microcurrent is doing, it communicates on a cellular level, right? So as we age, our cells will die off, they will atrophy, right? What microcurrent does, it actually increases our ATP, which is energy in our cell, and it builds collagen and elastin. So we lose collagen and elastin when we're in the 20s. I don't even know if they know the exact age. They say 20, some say 25, whatever. And our bodies are already electrical. So we're really communicating, with our cells in an electrical way. And so it's pretty cool. There's no heat involved. There's no cold involved. It's all natural. So you're not going to damage anything. It's all natural. It works with your natural body harmonics. And as far as your results, one treatment, someone could get a result lasting for 2 days. I've had someone tell me that they lasted for a week or more. Now, I didn't see them till they came in next time, but they really enjoyed. So everyone is different in how we're going to react. But everyone will get a response. And the main way to keep the response is doing that series of treatments to, re-educate that muscle per se. And then we do the monthly maintenance to maintain it. And that's what makes it ongoing. And as long as you maintain those results, they'll keep going, they'll keep lasting. But of course, if you, just like anything else, if you don't do it anymore, things change. We're going to age no matter what. And there isn't just one thing for one treatment. I probably went overboard for her question, but I just figured I would keep going on that. Did that answer your question?
Did that answer the question? I think you answered it beautifully. Yes, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay. So now I will get started. When I'm going to be using some gel, conducting gel, and I like to put a little spray in my conducting spray to give it a nice texture on the skin, because we need this for conductivity for the current to be effective. So we want enough gel on the face where we have good gliding and for it can conduct good with the current. So one thing I always say to people, first thing, if they're not feeling it, there could be a couple of reasons, because we do want them to feel it. And with most programs like nano, pico, and tone, they're going to feel a vibration or a tingling effect, mainly around the mouth or the forehead. So if they're not feeling that, you want to make sure you got enough conducting agent on your skin. And if you say, yes, I do, then you may want to look and say, I need to turn up the amplitude because she has a different skin type. So in this particular machine, the skin impedance meter is built in because it is too small a machine to put on top like your other machines. So it is built in, and you just want to take them to play. If she's not feeling it, give her more, okay? It's okay to give more. There's guidelines in our manual, but it's okay to go lower and higher. One thing about microcurrent, it's pretty safe. Okay, so I'm going to do some nano, which is the deeper lines and wrinkles on Deborah here. And I always like to start on the neck. And there's a couple of things you can do. We have gliding, okay? And this is just like a little erase move, like I like to do in the neck too with the lines. Nice and I'm going to tell you one thing though. One of the most important moves that you're going to do on current is holding. Now, why is that? Because if we don't hold long enough in an area, especially the area of concern, and we just glide over it like this, right? We're not going to, the current doesn't have enough time to work it. So we have to do the movements, but the current does its job. When we hold it, it's actually working that area more, right? So I'm going to ask Deborah, do you feel anything, Deborah? Mm-hmm. She's feeling something. So that's what we want. We want her to feel like little tingling vibration. Is that? Mm-hmm. And it's mainly around the mouth. And some people go, oh my goodness, it's too much. Well, you know, if they feel, first in the beginning, some people think that they feel the current more. They're usually accustomed to that and they love it and they want more. Trust me, they've been doing this way too long. I know how people are. So, I mean, the current feels good and it is good for you. So just work with them until they get, used to it. Remember, we want them to feel, if they feel something, we know it's working. So I always find that the probes are great for targeting areas because you can really get in those areas. Can everyone see?
Yeah, the view is perfect.
Okay, great. So even around the eyes, getting right in there. And holding. Some people have really deep lines around the eyes and the crow's feet. We can just glide back and forth as an erase move, I call it. And we hold in those areas where they're just stubborn areas where they need more treatment. Great for the pores. Now, microcurrent does a great job to reduce pore size as well. Another important thing I'm going to tell you that it's important that your clients are drinking enough water because current loves hydration. So they're going to receive better results if they're drinking their water. I usually hand my clients water as they come in the door because I know they tell me, but I know they're probably not drinking enough. Most people will say, I drink enough water. I go, well, how much you drink? Well, I drink when I'm thirsty. Well, guess what? You're dehydrated. So, I mean, it's just what people do. They don't drink if they're not thirsty, But we're supposed to drink more. So many things you can do with this machine, really. And remember, the only thing that lifts the muscle is microcurrent. There's not anything else out there that does. Nothing. So it's a must to have it in your spa, because if you don't, what are you offering them? And if you don't offer them, guess what? They're going to say, hey, I'm getting droopy, help me out. What can I do? So a good thing to do is say, get the current on board, right? How's that feeling, Deborah? That's great.
This is such a beautiful treatment.
It is, and not only does it, everyone says, okay, well, I can go get Botox and fill in those lines. I can go get fillers and pump me up, right? But the thing that never works is it doesn't work on the texture of the skin at all. It's like taking a paper roll that's all cracked and throwing fillers and whatever in there to fix it. But that doesn't fix the overall skin. So we want our skin to be good too, right? That's why the beauty of current and this particular NeurotriS technology delivers into each layer of the skin. So we're getting it all up to epidermis all the way into the muscle. That's very important.
Sandra asked, which handpiece is negative and which is positive? Does this matter to the treatment?
Yes, it does. Negative is black and positive is red, and negative should be on top. Positive pulls towards the negative. Good question. That is, I want to make sure that happens. Especially when you're using these probes. I just went down another, what I really want to do is I'm going to, because Pico, refined Pico is, sorry. Refined Pico is delivering the superficial lines, where nano, like it was just on delivered into the deeper lines. So I think now what I really want to do is give you some tips on toning, tightening and toning the skin. There's some great tips on that. I know this isn't a training, but it's just good to know what you can actually do with this machine. Because a lot of things people don't like is their necks, right? Necks, they hate their necks, but a lot of women do anyway. And we show our age here. And what happens here? We will lose our jawline. Our jawline goes, because everything goes rounded up, all south, right? So we lose our jawline. So we just want to hold there, but we can redefine the jawline. And it will work. The important of these moves, like I said before, is holding. And you would be surprised, just holding there, you will get desired results with this machine. I like to hold for around 10 doing an aging client. It's very effective. You can even bring their frown up. They get frown, everyone's mouth goes downward, right? You can even bring that up. Remember what we're doing, we're lifting them, we're re-educating everything. Into those. There's a couple ways you can use this. I'm going to be able to see this.
Tony said, you look great.
But my moves are greater. I don't know what that means for sure. Anyway, tell him thank you.
And he said, you look great. Do you use the machine?
He asked that question, or you asking?
No, he asked the question.
I definitely use the machine. I use this and the body machine. I'm addicted, period.
Your skin does look very beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, I take good care of my skin. I've been using current, like I said, when I was introduced almost 14 years ago. So, I mean, if I look back at my pictures, I mean, I didn't think I looked bad, but you know what? I can see a difference. I can totally see a difference. Sometimes we don't always think of that, but I'm definitely more sculpted and lifted. And I think by doing this, when I did, help maintain, because I'll do a professional treatment pretty much once a week. If I don't, it's definitely once every 2 weeks, but I usually try every week. It doesn't even have to be an hour. Remember, I've been doing these for a long time, so I can get away with not doing, because I did my series, And then there's sometimes I like to sit, and that's another good point that I just brought up to me. Some people, they might want to even add another series later on as they maybe 2 years after they're in their maintenance. There's a lot of things, but the thing about it is, if you do it, if you use it, you're going to get results. That's the only thing I can tell you. I've been doing it too long to tell you differently. I just know it works. And I would not be standing here if it didn't. I couldn't do that.
I got my Pico last summer and I love it.
It's great, right?
Yeah.
I mean, even a PicoWave, it's just a great machine. And it's little enough you can just take it anywhere. You know, I took it on trips with me. It's just a great device. It's because it has the NeurotriS technology. No matter which machine you got, you still have NeurotriS technology. No one has it. I mean, we have claims on our technology, and they really work. You know, you don't have to take my word for it. There's a lot of people out there that will tell you, and you can look at the photos. Look at the photos on Instagram, Facebook page.
Do you want to give them any tips to incorporating it in their practice?
Yeah, well, you know, with this machine, I mean, I don't know what everyone does and what they have, but I think using this machine is a must. It's a game changer for one thing. And if you have an LED light panel or whatever, it works great with the clips, the alligator clips for sheet mask. It's another way if you want to offer a service because it's a no hands treatment and it really delivers results, right? You'll get that glow. You'll get that, just that refreshed glow, and just like an event, if you're going out to an event or something, it really is a great way to feel date ready or whatever you're doing, right? As far as, I'm just saying, what I really think, but I like to tell everyone, if you don't have microcurrent in your room, your spa, your salon, whatever, you need to get it, because I promise you that it will be a game changer. I don't know anyone who doesn't like the current, because you're not going to get any other result with the muscle. You need to lift the muscle. People 40 and they want something to lift. They're seeing the sag. They're seeing their lines. So they need to have something like this. Amongst what other treatments that you do, it's just going to be a plus with the current. I will say one thing, if there's one machine that's never going to be pulled from my service room, is going to be microcurrent. I would give up something else before I would give up. That's how I know it's that effective.
I can imagine it also attracts a higher end clientele.
Absolutely, because guess what? You know, we live in a competitive world out there too, right? And people want results. And guess what? If you're not going to deliver what they want, they're going to find someone who does. Hands down, they will find someone who does. So you got to be ready for your clientele in that age group that are going to want more. And you're right. Even your higher quality clients, even they're going to, you know, they're going to go for the gusto. They're going to get it all, right? Because they want everything. They want to look younger. I mean, who doesn't want to look younger anyway? I mean, we all do. We all do.
If you're using the alligator clip on a sheet mask, so you are not closing the positive towards the negative, is it effective on the skin different?
But what you're doing when you have the alligator clips, I was going to show you, when you have the alligator clips, you do have the negative and positive clip, right? So you're going to put the negative on top and the positive down below. Is that making sense here?
Sandra?
Because you have 4 clips for this machine, you have 4. So you're going to put the negative on top and the positive on the bottom on the sheet mask. I was going to show you that, but since you brought it up. So you're getting the current and it's infusing the product that your mask has into the skin with microcurrent. Right, you connect this to the machine and you're putting on the mask.
So you put that on the sheet mask
Absolutely.
and it gives you the microcurrent effect.
Oh, absolutely. I'll tell you, I
Wow.
have an X-ray here just for a sample. The X-ray is just one of the masks. There's a lot of great masks out there. Victoria Deanne's a great mask out there, the one and on. Doesn't have to be anything I'm showing. But when you have your mask, what you're doing, sorry. It always twists when you don't want it to twist. Okay. So you're going to have your positive down here. This mask will be out of the package and it will be on their skin, okay? So you're not going to be putting on the foil, of course. I mean, I'm assuming you all know that, but. And then negative.
Using a sheet mask method, does it still affect the muscles?
Yeah, you can, yes. I always say, if someone's coming in though, and they're an aging client and they need more lift and all that, you're gonna want to give them the probes and use them. This is a great treatment though. So say someone doesn't even want to do a series of treatments, okay? Even one treatment is going to give them that glow up. It's going to make your skin look good. The difference between doing one treatment and doing a series of treatment is a series of treatments re-educating the muscle. But if you just want the glow up and a nice skin and looking good for an event, then you can do this. You will get that glow up. You just won't get that total like you would with a series. Honestly, that's true. I mean, because you're only getting one treatment, maybe occasionally, right? So does this take over my probes? No. It does not, but it's a great treatment. It's a hands-free treatment and it's great for people who have an event and their skin looks amazing after this.
Is this included with the probes?
The clips, yes. So yes, they are. The mask,
How long do you
don't sell the mask.
How long do you leave the sheet mask on for best results?
Every mask, this is a 40-minute mask, which is a 40-minute mask. And you would leave this on. I love using it on ion lift. You can also use it on tone. So if you want to do tone and ion lift, you can split the difference. So you can do 20-20, right? And it's very relaxing and everyone loves it. But you look at their skin and it's really amazing. So, you know, it's a great treatment. It's like a red carpet treatment in my books.
Totally. I love the clips because I feel like it frees your hands.
It does. It does for your hands. You know, the only thing you're going to have them set and they'll be totally relaxed. Most of them sleep right through it, actually, just so relaxed because it's a great treatment. We cannot relax. Nice music. It's very relaxed.
Are you able to do like a scalp massage while they have those probes on, or are you not supposed to touch them?
The probes?
No, the clips.
Oh, if I'm doing this, can I do a scalp?
Yeah.
With my hands?
So you know how you put the sheet mask on and there's the clips? Since your hands are free, are you able to do like maybe a hand massage or a scalp massage?
Oh, my goodness, absolutely. Of course you can do foot rubs, you know. Yeah, you can do all that. Because you can even put an LED light over this.
Wow.
And it will work. I have the light stem and it's amazing.
That is a total red carpet treatment.
It's totally, I mean, people love it. I have people who just, you know, they might even be ready for their monthly treatment, but they come in and ask for that because they have something special going on. They want the glow up. And it definitely works. It's amazing, amazing thing. We have other modalities besides the probes. I mean, I could do a lot more of the probes. And when we got the LED light. Now the LED light can be used with current. This is another beauty. So you can use the light by itself, but the main reason why this was actually brought into the NeurotriS is you can sync the microcurrent with this. So you have the red, blue, green light, and you got the sonic low and high for penetration of product. So actually you could just penetrate product if you want and not even use current, right? With this. Or you get current. When you use current, this becomes a negative probe automatically when you turn the current on. And then you got to complete the circuit by your client either holding it, right? Either holding it, putting it behind their neck. You have pads that you can patch them on their arm, and they don't even need the probe. I mean, or you can use both in your hand together as a two probe. So the beauty of this, it's ready to go. So let's just, you know what, I want to do. And then she can feel the current. They will feel the current in their hand a little bit with this method. But you have this little probe head that just can really get under there and do some cinching to and hold it. So it's a nice, comfortable probe. And this is another way to change up your treatment. It always remains single channel system. And that's what this machine is made for. So it's great to go underneath the eye. There's a couple of things to do. I think it's great underneath the eyes, the red lights, people have puffiness. Also the blue light for bacterial it's for, and acne. Say she has, well, she does have a little one right here. You can put that on the acne spot, and you're not gonna go like this crazy and cause friction because we don't wanna do that. But put it on there and it's communicating with the current and the blue light. I get such great feedback, and I have done it myself, that the acne goes away much quicker. So people love this. Great thing. Just hold it on there. Another beautiful way, I could go on and on. There's so many cool things with this machine. But I just wanted to show you the light because I think it's pretty cool. You can do a full treatment like you would with the probes with this. Pretty awesome.
It is a beautiful treatment.
Oh, it is. And so you get, you know, we all know that the light, the LED light, has to stay on the skin for 3 minutes in one area to be effective. It doesn't take over our LED panels. It was really made to sync with the current, and it just gave you some amazing ways to treat those puffy eyes of people. Some people are just prone to them. Puffy eyes and the acne. And you can just go through your whole treatment, you know? You don't have to put the light on. You can't put the light on. You can take everything off and just hit the sonic and just penetrate the product into the skin without the current. So there's different things you can do.
Is there any more questions? So I did put in the chat. So if you guys want to watch this, it's already streaming into the group and it's pinned to the top. Also, there is something that I think is really cool is they offered a $500 discount for the members of the group. And then 2, they have a wonderful trade-in package. So if say you get the Pico and later you want to upgrade, that they do honor the value of the difference. And then if you guys have more questions, you guys are more than welcome to ask. I think this is a beautiful treatment to incorporate and to also attract a higher end clientele.
Absolutely. And you got the wonderful gloves. Don't forget them. Them are amazing as well.
She said, you said sonic, is that an ultrasonic? Or
Yeah,
with the microcurrent?
It's a sonic, and you can, well, you have the opportunity to do it with or without. you can have a current going with the sonic for the penetration, or you can just have the LED light on with the sonic, or you can just have the sonic. So if you use that separately, then you don't really have to have the microcurrent going because you're not doing the current. You just want to penetrate that product at the end of your treatment. It's a pretty cool thing, actually.
Really cool.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. I would show the gloves, but I don't know where we're at. So the gloves are an amazing thing. And I just want to share that you can actually do a full face treatment with the gloves as well. Because you can really get underneath the muscle. You remember you're using your hands. So when we use our hands, we're so used to doing that, correct? So it's like a no-brainer. It's really easy to use. And people love them. And you can really get into those areas that may be a little more difficult with the probes. We also have the Anma tool too. The Anma tool is a Jane Mann tool. If anyone follows Jane Mann, she had the Anma and she came to NeurotriS to get the microcurrent put in there. It's great for fascia release and for an overall, use it on your body, which is great. Underneath there, it's great. I don't have it plugged in, but it just is another tool. I just want to let you know there's different tools out there with this machine that you have opportunity to switch them on or use more than one in your treatment of one treatment, I like starting with the probes and I love ending with the gloves. My clients are spoiled and love the feel. I can't get away with that. The gloves are amazing. They feel great and they put people to sleep typically. I think the whole microcurrent puts people pretty much in a very relaxed state.
Is the AMA different current or a different side?
No, the AMA actually, the AMA goes into this machine, right? And it's called quad cable. Quad cable. It comes with its own cable with this device. I just don't have it all unwrapped yet, but what it does, you're going to use it with this machine. You can use this with any one of our machines, and it's still single channel, but you have all these balls here. So I always like to point out these balls here give out 100% of current at one time, and these back here, the back ones, I call these the thumbs and these the fingers. So the fingers are the sharing the current. A great little thing, because it really, like I said, you can get really under here. I like really using it on the neck because I'm breaking up fascia release. And then when you get up here to use, you can even get a better lift. Because we all have fascia and it gets bind up. We have fascia over covering our organs and our muscles, right? So it's a great tool. I use it on the body. It's great for using on the body as well. It helps people have crepey skin, thinner skin, whatever the problem is. It does help smooth it out. So it's just another plus thing to do with this machine, if you so choose to put it on the body. And I always tell people, Jane Mann, she does her, she does her little class every Monday at 4:30 Pacific Coast time on it's live. So if you ever want to follow her, if you ever get the Anma tool, she can even give all her little tips that she's been using for a long time.
Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty cool. A lot of cool stuff with this machine. You have a lot of different things to do. We even have face and neck pads with me. It's probably the only thing I didn't quite go over. And they are for your face and neck. You can put them on your neck, your face area, on the eyes to do lifting. This is a hands-free treatment as well. So, you could get someone who, I don't know, maybe they are younger. Maybe you just want to put some pads on her neck or whatever to get her started on current. Or you may want, maybe someone has a trouble area in their neck. And you may want to put it more onto the neck area while you're doing, some people do the pads and the probes. The only thing you have to be careful about is that you don't get the gel underneath the pads because they are adhesive. But I mean, it's something you can play around with if you so choose to want to go that route.
I want to encourage you to ask questions while you guys are here. I think you've answered so many questions. This was so great.
Sure, sure. I'm here to help. I'm here to help, and I just want to let you know, get it into your salon now. Make your clients happy.
Yeah.
Love you for it.
Okay, well, there's no more questions. I did put, hold on. What training is offered with the purchase of the PicoWave?
Okay, we have trainings. We have our video trainings. We also have our online advanced educational program. That's lifetime that comes with the machine. So you can go on there anytime you want, and you can view the machine and everything it's doing. Everything on the PicoWave, all our machines are on there. You can just view a training. They go through all the steps, all the accessories, protocols. We have different protocols for different age groups. Show you how to use each accessory as well. And then you get virtual training. Typically, you get virtual training. And that you got NeurotriS tips and tricks. We're always out there. When you have the machine, you can join that. You can always ask questions, get more feedback. People always are giving each other feedback and helping each other out. So that's a great thing. So we have a lot of training to offer, and our support is awesome too. Emailing, texting me, and people text me, calling, anything you need, we are there to help you out. We want you to be successful with the machine.
Tony asked, can you explain what dynamic microcurrent? What is dynamic microcurrent?
Okay, like static microcurrent is just like, so our static microcurrent is like the first generation, right? The first generation machines where it didn't offer all the, it didn't offer our nano pico technology like we have. It's more like a first generation. So it does more, like I said earlier, like a galvanic, where our dynamic is offering, like I was telling you earlier about each different, delivers the current in each layer of the skin, right? So the difference is when you're doing the first generation as well, you're pretty much only getting the galvanic, okay? You're not getting the different, you're not able, I'm trying to get this, you're not able to, like it doesn't target like the lines and the deeper lines, the superficial lines. So there's a big difference in that, and with our waveforms as well. So another thing about I didn't touch base with is we have a constant waveform morphology where in your programs you have different waveforms per se. You don't need to know all that signatures, but it's put into each program where it will deliver what it's said to do. All right. So basically, your first generation doesn't really have that. It will honestly basically do more galvanic than anything. And a lot of people will say, well, why they have a hard time getting a lift and holding. But with our machine, I mean, we tested amongst others too. It's just more effective that way. So it's kind of a difference in what you're buying and what you're getting. Important to get something that is more dynamic than the older version, older current that the first generation, I want to say. Did that help anyone?
Super helpful. Any more questions? Okay, well, if there's no more questions, you guys please visit the website that I did put into the chat. Again, there is a $500 discount. And also you could take the conversation back to the group where we will tag Tony and Patricia. And you guys can ask all the questions. And thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad you all could come and watch the demo and hear about our technology of NeurotriS.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful treatment.
It really is. Hands down, for sure.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you, Maria, for having me.
Of course. Bye-bye.
Bye.